When you go in those sheltered workshops, you lose any chance of dreams or goals. I can't tell you how many things I was told I couldn't do.
A sheltered workshop is a place where people with disabilities work in segregated environments. We have a Supreme Court ruling that says that separate but equal is inherently unequal. And these places are inherently unequal. Some sheltered workshops use a certificate called a 14C certificate. A 14C certificate allows a business to pay people with disabilities less than minimum wage. It shocked me that was even possible, but then to find out that it was not only possible, but that it was legal.
According to the Department of Labor, 841 organizations have applied for a 14C certificate as of December 1st, 2023.
My name is Carrie Varner, and I used to work at a sheltered workshop. My main disability is I have autism. You are given menial jobs, such as cutting buttons off of shirts and putting them into jars. I used to do this 8 hours a day for $2.25 an hour.
14C wages have no minimum. Some workers get paid pennies per hour.
I think the highest paycheck I ever got once was $152.76. I think that's incredibly unfair. It basically just keeps people in abject poverty.
I feel that a 14C certificate is nothing more than a federal license to abuse people with disabilities. If you're an employer and you've got cheap labor, why would you want to direct them to go work at Walmart starting at $17.50 an hour? Why would you do that? You know, when you can keep them at $1.50, $3 an hour, you wouldn't do that. If you say to a sheltered workshop owner that they are a place of employment, they'll say, no, we're not employment. We don't do employment here. We're a training program. When someone is in your training program for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you're either an awful trainer or you have absolutely no desire to see that person trained and moved along. It is not part of what the sheltered workshop is trying to do, to move them into integrated employment.
Last time I looked, I did not see anywhere in a classified section, help wanted, person who can cut buttons off of shirts and put into jars. There is no clamoring for that in the job market anywhere.
Congregate settings like sheltered workshops can rapidly spread disease, putting people with disabilities at risk. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, if a workshop closed down, many workers weren't entitled to benefits.
We found out that a lot of the workers was still being covered as trainees, so they weren't entitled to any benefits. So during COVID, when some of the workshops closed, they weren't entitled to unemployment, they weren't entitled to anything. This is outrageous.
My mom was my guardian at the time when I was in the workshop. After I became my own guardian in 2009, I no longer qualified to be in the workshop, and so that's how I got out. It took about 10 years for me to get a job after the sheltered workshop. This is my house. I bought it. I'm so happy I'm a part of a church. I try to do as much as I can in the community because I want to be a part of the community.
When you put someone in a sheltered workshop, you are basically saying they're not valuable.
It really hurts me and it hurts a lot of other people with disabilities because the number one thing that people always want is just to be accepted. And we can't be accepted. And it just hurts us.
I'd love to see the phasing out of 14C completely from a federal level, done in a fair way, an honest way. The states also have a huge responsibility, as we have seen a lot of the really good progress to eliminate 14C being done at the state level. Matter of fact, some of it's even been done at the local level.
As of 2024, 18 states have phased out segregated sheltered workshops or sub-minimum wages or have made plans to do so.
So this gets back to the answer of what are you going to do?
These places need to become a thing of the past.
Paying Kansans with disabilities less than minimum wage is outdated and wrong. Let's work together to end sheltered workshops and sub-minimum wage in Kansas. For more information, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 214 Southwest 6th Avenue, Suite 100, Topeka, Kansas 66603. By phone, toll free, at 1-877-776-1541, on the web at drckansas.org, and on Facebook, X, and YouTube at DRC Kansas.